I think we're live. I'm just hoping you are audible. So check out the stream on either Twitch or YouTube, and just make sure you are audible before we start. We did a stream one time where you weren't audible. Where yeah, it was really embarrassing. I only found out after the fact. Is it blacked out? Why is it blacked out on my? Oh, it's just saying we're offline. We're not offline. I'm right here. Yeah. I just look like an idiot. That's okay. I might have to change the titles on YouTube, as is tradition. It's all some of. Oh, okay. Hold on. Yeah, let me work on the properties here. I got it. I need to change where it's coming from, is all. That's Discord. Okay. I think you should be audible now. Try talking.
All right.
Yeah.
Check
yeah.
1 2 3 1 2 3.
You should be good. Okay. Just got to change the name of the YouTube stream. And
Yeah, it sounded a little bit low, but that's fine.
I'll put it up in a second.
I just peeped your fucking ski mask, by the way.
Yo.
Lovely.
What a sight. What a sight to go.
See, bro, we are ready. We are ready to go and fucking steal some fishing rods.
For sure. Yeah. Can't wait to get my cheeks clapped in jail. Okay, ranking football clubs based on stupid criteria. Save. Let me just use Google Translate. So I can tell my homies on Facebook why I'm not on Facebook streaming.
Can you see the link for your tier list, actually? For, like, this tier list?
Oh, yeah, I
So
will,
it doesn't-
actually. It's a
yeah,
good
It
call.
doesn't show up that well on the...
Okay.
Yo, I think my PC is going to struggle with the face cam, so...
Yeah, we might have...
Yeah. I'll stop my face cam, so just so I can
Yeah.
do the video.
I'll have like a cool logo represent you or something. So like
Yeah,
whenever you say something of particular note, I'll just put that on screen.
Good. Yeah, to be honest, like I'm not, because I think it's this this webcam, because I had upgraded the webcam like a year and a half ago to something a little bit better, like one of those 4K ones or whatever. Biggest mistake, because I couldn't do any blurring, and like I had to put like a green screen and it just never works.
Yeah.
It's just, I'm just like, you know what, I might just go and put the old Logitech one I had back in the day. Because this fucking new eMeet one or whatever that I got from Amazon is just like, not it.
Okay, posting on Facebook, and then we should be ready to go. Let me raise your volume before we start. Okay. See if you're louder now on the stream.
Right, let me check. Check 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Shukran lil good luck. Thank you for the good luck. Are you loud? I raised your Discord volume.
Oh yeah, that's better.
Okay, sweet. And I will send you the tier list as well. People are gonna be wondering why I'm dressed like a Irish insurgent from the 1960s.
You look like a fucking CS:GO.
Yeah, I look like a CS:GO character. It's not gonna make any sense. No one's gonna know why I'm doing this. Yeah, let me send this to you.
Thank you.
Okay. I will also rearrange. This is just a pre-existing list, so we'll just rearrange this. Okay. Just go. This is the first criteria. Then we'll do the. I like your idea of the arrogance. The arrogance to success ratio. That's a good. So that will be like the next one after we do this one. Sure, right. Love these guys. That's the first criteria. Big respect. Second criteria. Indifferent. Oh no.
What are we doing?
So I'm just like changing. I'm changing up the criteria here. Like, because this is just a pre-made list. So the first tier is like the best tier. That's love these guys. So you definitely cheer for the team if your team didn't exist. Because first we're doing the what would you do if your club didn't exist? Like who would you support? Obviously we can't just say we'll just make our club again because that's too easy. Big respect. That was great. Could be fun. Challenge. Mustard, if you will. Oh, the fact that I'm mentioning mustard, our inside joke, and there's mustard to the left of me in an ad.
Oh shit, French's. Yeah, I see it.
Yo, that's lit.
What's a fucking mustard?
They're listening. It's fine because it's funny this time. Oh my god. Oh, and ketchup. Let's go. Okay. All right. This one is indifferent. I'd be like, this one is tough sell. And this one is, I would rather eat pork.
See?
I'll delete the other ones. Okay. This guy just it's a terrible club. Okay. And don't know. I'll keep the don't know. Like if we don't know a team or if we're not familiar enough to talk about them. Okay. This is. We'll start. Okay. Yeah. So we're ranking teams on dumbass criteria. We have a few things. First, we're going to rank based on whether our clubs. First, we're going to rank clubs based on if our team didn't exist, how likely would we be to support them? Also, I'm hiding my identity, and we couldn't get the face cams to work, but Rexwo, my friend Omar, he is also wearing a mask to conceal our identities so fans don't come after us. Because this is a very controversial tier list we're about to do.
Sir. Definitely.
So, yeah. So the first criteria, as I wrote down, is if your club didn't exist, how likely are you to support this team? So we're just going to kind of go down the list and see what's up.
Do it.
Okay. So AS Monaco. So yeah, we're going to kind of balance between your opinion and my opinion and find like a good middle ground.
Tell
So
you
yeah,
what, because I also have my own list here, so we'll have the conversation, and then like I'll throw it in kind of where I want, or then you can put it where you want. And
yeah,
we can kind of see the differences too if you want. Then we can make one that's just are both kind of like
yeah. You
I
can
don't
like
know.
send me a photo of your list when it's done or something.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
Okay.
Okay, but yeah, you can let me know where you're putting Monaco. Did you put the tiers that I have here?
Yeah. So I have love these guys, big respect. Could be fun. Add some mustard.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
Indifferent, tough sell. I would rather eat pork and don't know.
Okay, so starting with Monaco, what are you feeling here?
I think could be some fun. I think there could be fun with a team like Monaco. Not crazy about them,
Yeah,
but they have some history.
yeah, they
And they
do.
have Pogba now.
True. Yeah, Pogba back from his doping ban. Yeah, Monaco has always been my favorite team in Ligue 1, so this is pretty easy for me. Again, so there's gonna be a difference for me between love these guys and big respect. So big respect is a pretty high honor. That's where I'm gonna put this. Love these guys. I think it's gonna be like just a team I really respect for some reason.
Yeah, I mean they're a respectable team to be honest.
Yeah,
They,
because
they're a great team.
if I get rid of the clubs that I support, they no longer exist. But I have all my favorite teams from other countries. I have to choose between even those teams. So I guess I'll work it out. We'll go big respect for now. For me. And you said what? You put it in the could be fun?
Yeah, I think it could be a cool club. I mean, we're not gonna win shit for the most part, but not many
yeah.
trophies. But we at least compete.
True, yeah, yeah. It's a competitive. It's in a nice place. Monaco's gorgeous. Historic team. Hit some heritage there.
Yeah, they've had Henri, they've had Trezeguet,
Yeah,
Pogba
on
now, and
Julie. Yeah, that's my
Yeah.
guy. I'll never forget his goal in FIFA 06 on that top 10 video they put on there.
Yeah, exactly.
Always remember that shit. I think that's probably what made me a fan of Monaco. I saw that video and I thought the jersey he was wearing was cool. And I'm like, okay, this is my team in Ligue 1 in France. And as a kid, I didn't know Monaco was a separate country. But yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. Next is a team, I think this is Saint Etienne.
Yes.
Team you are very
my
familiar
favorite
with.
French club. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. We're starting on French. The guy who made this list, as we mentioned, I think they're French. Because it's just like French teams to start.
So
Okay. Yeah.
the way I became a Saint Etienne fan was fucking PES 2010. I played Become a Legend, okay, and you play some generic fucking youth game, and you get offers.
Yeah.
So one of the offers was Saint Etienne, and my logic was to stay there until Juve gave me an offer.
Yeah.
And it took 6 seasons of Become a Legend
They made you work for that shit.
but before I got an offer. I declined every offer from every club. I got
Oh my
Barca, United, all the big clubs, and I just kept rejecting them to play for Saint Etienne until Juve came in.
Oh my god.
So for these guys, I gotta put them at love them because like they are literally my favorite French club.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, love these guys for Omar. For me, I think again, yeah, I'm not like a fan of this team, but I think it's fun because they have a culture that I respect at Saint Etienne. It's a very passionate fan base. So yeah, I have a lot of respect for them, and obviously, as a Monaco fan, I guess in Ligue 1, I have no beef with Saint Etienne. So yeah, I'm putting it in the could be fun challenge mustard, if you will. So I'm
I
gonna
mean,
take
in
off.
fairness, we are in Ligue 2, so I mean, we're
Yeah.
basically irrelevant.
Yeah, there's no competition. Yeah, we're not worrying about it right now, but hopefully Saint Etienne comes back soon. I'm also gonna take off this mask because it's hot in here. I can't do
I
this
did the
anymore.
same.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Screw-
what am I doing with my life?
Yeah. Well, screw this, man. Okay. Let these people come after me. I'm gonna get jumped. I'm gonna get jumped in a parking lot. I don't care. Okay. This is my official face reveal, guys. This is what my face looks like. Okay, we are now on. Okay, I don't know anything about Amiens.
See, decent club, French. Just
Yeah,
your typical team that might come up with an upset every once in a while.
yeah,
But for the most part, they're not really relevant.
yeah,
I would it would be like a tough sell for me, honestly, to be an
yeah.
Amiens fan.
That's fair. Yeah, it doesn't seem like very exciting. From a neutral perspective, unless you like lived where this club is based. Uh, just looking at it right now, this club has their name. I kind of like their name because it just sounds like my dad's name, but with an extra
That's true.
e. So I guess I'll put in that it could be fun, just
Yeah.
out of respect for my dad. Shout out Papa Dahbour. I feel ashamed that I don't recognize these guys off the bat. OFCO.
Oh, that's Dijon.
Dijon.
It's
Okay.
yeah, Dijon.
Yeah, I know
So
Dijon better as mustard.
yeah, I mean, you gotta have some mustard in your
Put
life.
some of the
But,
Dijon on there. Yeah.
for me, honestly, like they're just like another tough sell. Like I wouldn't like I can't put them in. I would rather eat pork because it's not like fucking like I don't hate them, right?
Yeah.
But it's just like it would be too difficult to support a team like that.
Yeah, that's true. Man, we don't have to do all these freaking French teams, dude. Jesus Christ.
I think some of them, like for the most part, like with all these, other than like Bordeaux, maybe Auxerre, and
Yeah.
Lille, even Montpellier, like the other like bigger clubs, like most of them are gonna be just tough sells for me, like relevant.
Yeah. I think for me, the tough sell category is more of like a team that struggles a lot, or like that's always like getting their hearts broken on the field. Uh, or like yeah,
Yeah,
like a team that's constantly bouncing up and down between the divisions. Um, but yeah, I changed my bottom tier from don't know. Now it's don't know slash don't know enough. So if it's like a team I know but don't know enough about, then I'm just gonna put them down there. So that's where I'm gonna put Dijon. Shout out the mustard though. Now Guingamp. Uh,
Bingo.
okay,
That's
yeah,
another club that I just don't
yeah.
have any relevancy.
I like this team. They beat PSG one time in a cup final or something. Or am I crazy?
Uh, no, I don't think so.
Yeah, it's just like a. I remember seeing like a documentary on this team. It's like a team from like a rural area or something. But yeah, otherwise I don't know very much about Gingham. Okay, I'm just gonna put these guys here. All right, what about Bordeaux? R.I.P. Bordeaux.
Bordeaux. Now, for me, I'm gonna put them under the big respect because, um, in like 2010, they were a very solid club.
Oh, I mean, yeah,
And
they're a
they have
historic team.
Chanmar,
Yeah, yeah,
Yurkov. Like, there's so many great players that played for them. So I wouldn't be against being their fan. I just have a lot of respect for them, but can't say I'm crazy about them. So
yeah. Yeah. I got respect for them. I think right now it's a tough sell because of their situation. So that's where I'm gonna put them.
yeah, Andy Carroll left, so that's why.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No Andy Carroll, no party. You know what I mean? They're never coming back up now that Andy Carroll's gone. They freaking Dagenham and Redbridge took him.
How you losing that?
That's how down bad Bordeaux is. They're losing players to Dagenham and Redbridge. Okay. Ajaccio. I can't honestly. I'm gonna put Ajaccio and could be fun just because it's like such an out there team. It's in that kind of more Italian island that's in France, Corsica. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's cool, and their logo is really cool. You got the wolf, you got the black gentleman with the headband. It's pretty sick.
Yeah, I'm gonna put them in the could be fun.
Yeah, so it could be fun to cheer for kind of like a real out there team like that. Even in France, they're out there on the basis of their geography and their culture. So, Auxerre. I know Auxerre. Shout out to Auxerre, but I'm indifferent there. Don't. Yeah, these teams. Okay, I'm probably gonna cut out the sections of the video where I'm just putting teams in the don't know /don't know enough tier.
There's a decent club, but again, I have no interest.
Yeah, of course. You can put them wherever you want. I'll reference your photo.
I will say for Istac 3, I do have a fondness for them because in FIFA 13,
Yeah,
you know how like the first person who would join like on like pro clubs or whatever, like the drop-ins, you're the captain, so you can pick the club or whatever, and they always had the nicest jerseys. I used to love their jersey, so for me, I need to put them in like a could be fun section just because of that.
Fair enough. Okay. FC Lorient. There's one reason I like these guys, and that's because of that Remy Gallard video.
Oh, true. You know what? I forgot about that video, and now that you reminded me, I need to put them somewhere.
That video is classic. So every time, no matter what happens to FC Lorient, they get relegated, they get promoted, they get to go to a cup final or something. Whatever it is, the first thing I think of is Remy Gallard sneaking onto the field and pretending to be an FC Lorient player when they won the Coupe de France. Yeah. And it's like, I cannot get that out of my mind. That's the most reason I know them, so I'm just gonna, I'm gonna put them in the could be fun tier for that. Nantes.
Indifferent.
Yeah.
Actually,
that's indifferent for me. I don't know.
Like, there's no relevancy.
Yeah, I mean it's a cool club. It's got a cool culture, cool fans. I know about that, but otherwise, I have no real connection or love or hate for this club. So, how about Lille?
Lille. So Lille is an interesting one for me. I think I do have I like them, but I'm gonna put them at like a could be fun kind of thing. It would be kind of cool, but like it's not like I'm crazy about them.
Yeah, they're a cool little. I don't want to say little. It would be disrespectful. They're a cool outfit, which has like been decently competitive. Like they produce a lot of good players. They every once in a while they challenge for the title, as they did in 2011 and 2021. But yeah, it's a cool team. But otherwise, yeah, I don't know much about them, so I'm just going indifferent. Montpellier, once again, we're going back to the Remy Gallard connection, sure. I should say. So Montpellier, I'm gonna put them in big respect only because of Remy Gallard. That's
and I will say in the 2012 season during that time too with Olivier Giroud, I used to watch a lot of their games. They were a great club.
So since PSG was taken over by the new billionaire Qatari guys, only 3 clubs have broken their hegemony in the league. The first was Montpellier, because Montpellier won the league the first year that Paris was taken over fully. So Montpellier were the first ones to take, to overthrow, the billionaire PSG that's turning the league boring. And then it was Monaco, and then it was Lille, and so far it's been all PSG since. For me, Nice, out of respect to Monaco, I have to put I'd rather eat pork.
Yeah, so my last bottom section is just no interest / no connection.
Yeah.
So like I'm just indifferent, really.
Well,
I guess I'll put them in the indifferent, to be honest.
Yeah. Shout out to Nice for having Balotelli that one time.
That is true, because I used to watch their games actually because of him.
Yeah, waiting for Balotelli to crash out.
Yeah.
Do you think we're gonna get views starting this video with the French league?
Hell no.
We're cooked, man. This shit's getting no views. We're starting with I'm sorry, French league. It's not necessarily. It's not necessarily their fault. It's mostly PSG's fault because they turned the league boring. But yeah.
When we start the Prem, just make that the intro to the video.
Starting the video.
Just fucking be like, we're starting with the Prem, and we'll come back to the French league.
Okay, we already started it.
Fuck it, like who cares? We need attention.
Yeah,
because they're gonna call you on the comments and like, dude, why is there already the French list?
Yeah.
Like, see, bro,
I'm gonna fucking I'm gonna put the French league section in like 4 times speed, and then before we get to the Premier League.
Honestly, you might have to, because this shit is boring. The French league is boring. There's nothing going
Unfortunately, it is boring right now. There's a lot of cool teams with great heritage and cultures and fan bases. It's such a shame what PSG has done to that league. You know what I mean?
on. And now it's getting worse.
It's getting worse.
It's literally gotten better.
We got another Paris. We got another rich Paris team ready to fuck shit up.
Like what about the rest of France?
We're screwed, man. Yeah, France is screwed. You guys are screwed in terms of soccer, man.
Like France, fight back.
Fight back, please. Monaco is not enough. They're not, even them, they're not rich enough for this. Or they're not willing enough to spend enough. I'm going to guess Lyon for you is in the eat pork section. Out of respect to Saint Etienne.
So here's the thing, because I'm a terrible like Saint Etienne fan in this situation. I do like Lyon actually. I've always liked Lyon.
Okay, well you better make sure
But
you should put that mask back on. If you took your mask off, put it back on.
Look, because I used to watch them when Benzema played for them, right?
Of course, yeah.
Lacazette,
I mean, it's Lyon. You know what I
I
mean?
watched Lyon.
Yeah.
Right, and to be honest, when Hugo Lloris used to play for them, I used to love them.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be honest with you. Out of respect for Saint Etienne, I can't put them at love them. I'm gonna put them at big respect. That's it.
Yeah. I mean, look, yeah. To borrow the language of British geezers, it's proper football heritage. You know what I mean? Like that's Lyon. In terms of French and European football, that's just what they bring to the table. And that's in both men's and women's soccer. So it's like it's Lyon. It is what it is. For me, I think it's more of a could be fun thing. If they did get relegated because of their financial troubles, I would have put them in tough sell, but they have not been relegated, so I'm putting them.
I know, bro.
Could be fun.
My FIFA 26 career mode is in the mud. I'm gonna throw them in League 2 anyways. By the way, 100%.
Oh, Marseille. Okay. How are we feeling about Marseille?
Well, once again, the most ain't shit fan here. By the way, I'm gonna also put them at love these guys. Actually,
yeah. Okay.
Because I really do love Marseille, and I have a jersey of them.
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah. So I gotta put them at love them. I love them with.
No, yeah. No, Marseille is a really cool team. It's even though Monaco is kind of like my first love when it comes to Ligue 1 football. I've always had a soft spot for Marseille, just like from a football fan / football historian's perspective of like, that's Marseille. You know what I mean? Like you show them some respect. So, they're big presence in French and European football. Before PSG won the Champions League, they were the only French team to win the Champions League until recently, obviously. It's, for me, it's also big respect. Obviously, Monaco is going to be higher. They're going to be higher than Montpellier. Sorry, Remy Gallard, I love you, but they got to be higher than Montpellier. PSG, how do you feel about PSG?
This one I'm gonna have to say, like I want to say tough sell.
Yeah.
Because, I do like the club. I watched like when they had Neymar, Messi, even Mbappe, even before they got Messi. I used to watch like every game. I do like them. I just wouldn't want to really support them.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a tough sell. It's a tough sell more for moral reasons because obviously, as we figured out over the last 15 years, they win shit a lot.
Yeah.
So if you were a fan of them, like you're gonna be happy. But like, let's say for me, Barca disappeared now, but I still have kind of my knowledge of football going forward. It would be a tough sell for me to go Paris just because of like what they've done to the French. To French football culture, they've shaken things up. I mean, it's good for them, but it's made things really tough. We're now the only way to compete with them is to also become filthy rich and hope to challenge them, which is what Paris FC is doing. And like the fact that that's what we have to rely on to get some challenge for PSG is really sad.
Yeah.
It's not at the level of I would rather eat pork because I mean PSG even before they got bought out, they were a good organization. That they'd won things before. and stuff like that, and they produce great players, and they have a very very passionate fan base. So I'm not gonna put it there, but I'm gonna put it in tough sell just for what they currently stand for these days. Or more so what they've done. Like if they got bought out but the league was still good, then I wouldn't care as much. But the fact that they're so good now that it's becoming a tough sell.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Lons, don't know anything about them, so putting that there.
For me, I'm gonna put them at the could be fun because they're a decent club. Actually, they're in Europe.
Okay.
I believe they played in the Champions League last season. Actually, but they have an interesting club. Really nice kits. The stadium's pretty cool. I think it'll be kind of fun where it's like you're not really expecting anything, but they do play a nice style of football. So
yeah,
I'll put them there.
Okay, I'm gonna put Toulouse just because I think their name is funny. I'm gonna put them. Could be fun. All right.
Yeah,
Now we're at the part of the video where we're gonna get views. So Premier League. We're in the English club section. How we feeling here? We're at Bournemouth.
Bournemouth. I just really am indifferent about them. I think it's a tough. I just irrelevant to me.
Yeah. Bournemouth is also pretty indifferent to me. It's a cool story, the way they've come up and stuff, and it's a respectable team, but it's just not that interesting from a neutral perspective. Oh, okay, here we go.
Just give me the pork.
Whereas Rexwell has a classic feud with Arsenal Football Club on account of their fans.
Their fans. That's the only reason why. I think their club is great. For the most part, players are really cool, but I can't stand their fans. Just the most fucking disappointing, despicable fans. They've never won anything, but they have the arrogance like they're the best club in the world. I can't do it. Just give me the pork.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, you're putting them in the pork section. I'm not as bitter towards them. When we get to the other video, or when we get to the other criteria, we might be cooking there. We might be on the same page in terms of criteria for that. But just looking at the team, and not worrying about the online discourse of their fans or Arsenal Fan TV, then yeah, it's just it could be fun. It's Arsenal. It's all right. Aston Villa. I'm gonna go on to the indifferent. What about you?
It's a tough sell. I really just not a fan of their stadium. I think their jerseys are lame.
Damn. All right.
I don't like Martinez.
Damn, bro.
And yeah,
Aston Villa fans really just gonna be like, yo, what do you say fuck me for?
Sorry, bro.
What the hell? I don't think any Aston Villa fans were expecting to catch strays in this video.
The thing is, though, they at least get to be with PSG.
Yeah, true.
Oh my
god.
Blackburn.
Yeah, Blackburn is more indifferent to me.
Yeah.
Same with Brentford. Same with Brighton.
Burnley, fucking give me pork. I hate Burnley. They're useless.
Cardiff City, also fairly indifferent. Oh, okay. All right.
Oh boy.
Chelsea. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna put them in. They're going in the pork section right now. In the pork section.
I know how you feel about Chelsea.
Yeah, bro.
I do.
Some people might not understand. Okay, those who the 2.5 people who watch my videos, why I shit on Chelsea all the time. Chelsea are Barca's eternal ops in Europe.
Yeah.
The amount of times since they got rich and started making Europe, the amount of times we have to face them in both men's and women's football, all the time, every year, in some form, we have to play Chelsea. Okay, so Carlos, from now on, me as a Barca fan, I see the Chelsea logo and it's on site. It's on site. It's hate on site. Okay, that's what it is. It's like, it's not because they, like dislike their fans or anything. It's just like a purely competitive, like on field, like, yo, that's Chelsea. We play them every year. Those motherfuckers, you know, that's how I feel about Chelsea. So they got to go in the pork section out of principle. What about you?
So, I do have a soft spot for Chelsea.
Soft spot. Okay,
Because-
I have a soft spot for this disconnect button. I'm gonna end this freaking call.
Look,
Yeah, go ahead.
I have a jersey of Chelsea with my name on it.
Oh,
Actually.
okay. That's
Yes, and
I
you
wanna
know
say
you're gonna
that's
hate
cool.
me for this. You're gonna
Yeah.
hate me for this. It's the 11-12 jersey.
ah. No, I'm just thinking of who is it? What was it? Gary Neville? Was he the one who made the dumb noise? With his...
Torres. Yeah,
Fuck!
so-
Man, I can't believe you do this to me. Can't believe
I'm
it.
sorry, brother. I'm gonna put them in the big respect. I'm
God.
gonna put them at love them.
Oh.
I'm sorry,
brother. All right.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. Crystal Palace.
Irrelevant to me.
Irrelevant. I like Crystal Palace because they have our colors. So I'm gonna put them in.
That's fair.
I'm putting them in. Love these guys. Shout out to the English Barca. Derby.
County.
Yeah. How do you feel about?
Give me pork. Give me pork.
Why? What did Derby County do to you?
Bro, why would I want to be their fan? Like,
But why like the pork though? Like why the hatred?
because like you know how depressing it is. Like I'm already struggling in life.
Yeah. Bro, I mean that's why I would put it in tough sell personally. Also, the guy who made this tier list, like all due respect, why did you choose that Derby County logo? Because it's literally not visible.
Can't see it.
It's literally a microcosm of Derby County's existence. They're not there. You can't see them. We ain't thinking about them. I'm so sorry. Oh my god.
Yeah, I he was thinking.
Yeah, they're. I know you can't see them, but yeah, they're in the tough sell section. Everton, what do you feel?
Everton, I'm putting them at could be fun because I do like their fan base.
Yeah.
For the most part. You know, this could be interesting.
Yeah, I like Everton. I think just like what you said, it could be fun. I think their status as like the second team in Liverpool, but they're still good enough to be a Premier League team, and like they beat Liverpool every once in a while, so it's like it's just exciting enough. Where and plus, sorry for the disrespect, they sometimes get in relegation battles, which can at least keep things interesting. You know what I mean?
True, yeah,
So
they have something to fight for.
Yeah, they have something to fight for, their existence. So, so yeah, I think I'm gonna put Everton in the could be fun. I think that would be pretty cool. What about Fulham?
Fulham is just like a tough sell for me because like I don't want to put them in like I'd rather eat pork because that's like so cynical.
Yeah,
It's just like I just really have no interest. Like there's just nothing that I would be passionate about. When it comes
yeah,
to
that's fair. I mean, they're pretty unassuming. I have some fond memories of Fulham just because, like, in the early 2010s, they were oddly good. Yeah, they had a lot of good players, and they got the Clint Dempsey era and stuff. But otherwise, yeah, and honestly, their stadium, this stadium is very unique. But other than that, yeah, it's another indifferent for me. I guess I'll reorganize these like the left to right after. Huddersfield. Okay, so this is clearly a little bit of an old tier list because Huddersfield is on it.
I have no interest.
Yeah, I'm also indifferent to Huddersfield. I know nothing. Leeds, how do you feel?
Give me pork.
God damn.
I hate Leeds.
Why? Why?
They're boring. They're boring stadium.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn. Okay.
They're boring.
Okay.
They're boring.
No love.
generic
No love for
jerseys.
Ellen Road.
Hell no.
Damn.
It's a boring stadium. Their kits are boring. Their club is useless.
Damn.
It's just like
we are
just-
not.
just
We're
yeah.
we are not on
Other
this.
than their history,
Yeah.
like which I respect. I like that's all I respect is your history. But that's so long ago. You're just irrelevant.
Damn. All right. Well, we're not on the
I don't
same.
like-
We're not on the same page here, man.
Sorry, brother.
Yeah. Leeds, for me, obviously, there's a history part which we agree on. I don't know. I just think they're, I just think they're a cool team. I've always just liked their vibe. I like their logo. I think Ellen Road is nice. And shout out to the one guy like 15, 16 years ago on YouTube, who I assume is a British man, who told me I was welcome at Ellen Road anytime when I commented on the Leeds video as a kid. Shout out to that guy. So big respect to Leeds.
You know, I have to stick to my principle, but I was almost gonna push them to the tough stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I have to leave that. Sorry.
Yeah, big respect for Leeds for me. We're very divergent on that. What about Leicester? How do we feel about Leicester?
Honestly, you know what? Right now I'm gonna put them at indifferent. If this was like maybe like 7, 8-ish years ago, like as they started to, come back to the Prem and go through what they went through, that would have been like really fun.
Yeah, I think
But
Leicester is weird because like Leicester has this weird cycle where they spend like most of their time irrelevant and just kind of like bouncing around, and then they win something, and then they go back to being shit for a few years, and then they win something again. Like even in like the 90s, I remember I did a video on this. Leicester won like the League Cup and stuff, I think in like 1997, and then they just went back to being complete dog shit, and then they came back, barely survived relegation in 14-15, and then won the Premier League the next year, and then went back to being dog shit. But then in 2020, they won the FA Cup, or no, 2021 they won the FA Cup, and then they've kind of been going downhill ever since. And so it's like, it's a weird team. But other than the fact that they, I guess, won a Premier League in recent memory, I don't have any strong feelings towards them. So it's indifferent for me. All right, Liverpool, one of the big kahunas here. What are you thinking?
I'm gonna put big respect for them.
Yeah,
I think
me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not much that needs to be said. I mean, it's Liverpool. You know what I mean? It's like one of the quintessential European clubs. It's like one of the first teams you think of when you think of soccer, right? So, and yeah, their fan base is very cool. They're very ahead of their time. Obviously, they produce incredible players. It's Liverpool, you know what I mean? And I don't really have any beef with them on any front. Luton Town.
Indifferent for me. Like it's
Yeah,
they're
me too.
interesting, but nah.
Yeah, Man City.
I'm throwing them with PSG. Tough sell. Like
Yeah.
it's just they're cool to watch. They're really fun to watch, but it's the same thing. Like their fans are just not real to me. I don't think like
Yeah.
their supporters just as great as a club they've become.
Yeah.
There's always that element of just like fakeness, or it just doesn't feel genuine as a club.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, it's really the same thing as PSG. I mean, they haven't quite. I think they haven't quite ran roughshod over English football like PSG has over French football. I think that's just because English football like had a stronger basis, had more like big, already pretty rich teams anyway. So obviously, City just didn't have their way every single season. I thought City was cool like when they first got rich, and it was cool to see them like start challenging Man United. But now it's gotten to the point where like they've just completely flipped roles, and now I feel bad for Man United. But other than that, I think because they haven't quite dominated like PSG has, like the English league is not, the English football pyramid or in the top tier is not as boring as it is in France. Maybe that's So I'm gonna put I'm more indifferent towards Man City than hateful. How about Man United?
Okay, so this is a tough one for me
Yeah.
because I actually I do love United.
Hmm.
I really have like a love for United as a club. Like historically, I used to watch like every single match when they played in like 06, 07, 07, 08,
Yeah.
08, 09. Like I've been watching United for a long time. But where they are now as a club,
Oh,
I just their fans are delusional. They're kind of like
yeah.
they're
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 even,
they're
they're
in
they're Arsenal, but on cocaine.
pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
But like I feel for them, right? But it's just like the ownership and the way the club is run is just pathetic. Now I'm gonna
Yeah.
put them at tough sell with City and PSG,
Okay.
and and it's just because of that. But to be honest, like I do hope, and I got to give it to Mark Goldbridge. You know that's why.
He's a trooper.
You know yeah he's an absolute legend. So I mean I can't put him in the pork section.
He's the
Got to
only
put him
thing.
in the
Mark Goldbridge is the only thing keeping that team relevant.
like literally.
Yeah. Oh
And
my
Lord
God.
Anthony as well.
Shout
We
out
have
Lord
to respect
Anthony.
Lord
He
Anthony.
turned his life around the second he got away from this team.
So did fucking McTominay. So did
McTominay,
Rashford.
everybody, bro.
And like we know the problem is United.
Yeah. The problem is United. It's not like the manager or like the players are like they go there and they're lazy. Like something about the team. The team has this weird fog over them, and I'll never understand what. Like it's crazy. It's like the team just has a culture issue right now. But yeah, for me, yeah, they would go. They would probably. I kind of feel the same about them historically as I do Liverpool. Even when they were successful, I never really disliked them because obviously it used to be really popular to hate Man United when they were really good, and they were like winning the Premier League every other year. But I never felt that strongly like anti Man United. I always thought they were just like a fascinating team, with a very strong heritage and everything. These days it's a tough sell because of how bad they are. Otherwise, I would put them in big respect as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, literally they are so doo doo butter that I'm going to put them in tough sell. Oh, I forgot, dude. I forgot Derby County was there. I tried to put the Man United logo over them. And I was like, why isn't the Man United logo going? I was struggling. Derby County is just there as a ghost.
I don't know what genius thought it was a good idea to use that.
Bro, why did Bro make the Derby? Bro, like, who's Derby County's like main rivals? Is it Nottingham Forest? Who is it?
Honestly, I don't even know. They're so
Yeah, who's like their main op? I feel like it might be Nottingham Forest. I'm sorry if it's not. But yeah, I feel like the guy who made this list is like a Nottingham Forest fan who hates Derby County. So
they don't even need ops. They are their own ops.
yeah, Derby County is Derby County's biggest rival. How about Middlesbrough?
You know what? Middlesbrough's interesting to me.
Mm-hmm.
I do like where they used to be back in the day, but like right now, if I was to pick as a fan, it would just be a tough sell. Like I just
Yeah, they're just kind of in
I don't
limbo. Where are they still in the championship? Are they League One? What happened? Like I've completely forgot even what's going on with them.
I think they're in the championship now.
Yeah, they came back for one season like a decade ago, and then went back down. And they've been gone ever since.
Yeah, they're in the championship.
Yeah, I think just by virtue, it's Middlesbrough is a cool, respectable team. I think it'd be a cool challenge to be a fan of theirs. I don't think they're, they're not really offensive to me. But it's a team I recognize enough. Okay, how about Newcastle United?
I'm gonna put them in the big respect section because I
Yeah.
love their stadium.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, St. James Park.
St. James Park is probably my most favorite stadium.
St. James Park is gas. Like that is one of the coolest stadiums to go to, and it's
they
crazy.
also wear black and white.
Yeah,
So.
of course. Yeah, you got to respect that as a Juve fan. Yeah, Newcastle's always been interesting to me, and maybe this will come into play when we do our arrogance to success category. But in terms of just the team, it's always been a fascinating team because Newcastle, before they finally won a title again this year, they've always felt like a massive club because of their stadium, because of like the rabid fan base. Like the entire city of Newcastle worships this team. They are the only major team in that city. as is often said, there's no second team in Newcastle like in a lot of other big English cities. It's just Newcastle United. So, like, it's got such a strong culture, but then for them to also not win anything. So if you show Newcastle United, like if you just play a Newcastle United game in their stadium to a person who doesn't know soccer and just show them, they're going to think Newcastle's like one of the big boys in the league. They're going to be like, yeah, this team has to be challenging for the title, right? And despite, never winning anything until now, they've always had this aura about them. They've maintained this like level of respect, like, yo, that's Newcastle United. You know what I mean? Like, that's the hope of that entire city. They have obviously produced incredible players like Alan Shearer and Demba Ba, and they have Isak recently. So
and
like
Santiago Munez from Goal the Dream Begins.
Yeah. You have the movie. I just remember. Yeah. You just reminded me of that shit. Yeah, bro. Yes. Shout out to Santiago Munez, one of the best players in Newcastle history. And even in that fictional story, he left the club.
That's true.
For a bigger club.
Bro played for like 3 games and then got a
Real Madrid offer.
To Real Madrid.
Bro,
How?
Bro, the thing is that movie's so good. That series of movies. I mean, the third one sucks, but the first two are really good. But it was so tough to watch the second one as a Barca fan. Oh, yeah. But at the same time, I'm like, man, this movie's just like objectively good though. Like, it's a good soccer movie, even if it is Real Madrid. So it was hard to hate it. It was also more about the dude. It was more about Santiago than Real Madrid. Yeah, Newcastle I'm also going to put in the big respect. Even though, like, they're in a weird place now. Because I feel like a lot of people respected them until they got bought out by the Saudi ownership. So it's like, they're in a weird place now where they're kind of like, they got resources like a Man City and like a PSG, but I don't think they fully transformed into that mega club yet.
Yeah.
So they're still in a, like, they still feel like a proper club. You know what I mean? They haven't completely transformed into like a rich super team yet. We'll see how long that takes. But right now we're in a sort of limbo, like a in between stage between Newcastle getting bought out a few seasons ago and becoming a successful team. So now they've won the League Cup. We'll see a few years from now whether they win bigger things or more things. And if they become like the next Man City or the next PSG, etc., or Chelsea, or etc., etc. But for now, I'm going to put them in the big respect section. How about Norwich?
I'm really indifferent about them.
Fair.
They're interesting, but nothing like crazy. I wouldn't want to support them, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm tempted to put them in tough sell just because of their history of bouncing up and down. But I mean, like, again, when you're bouncing up and down between the Premier League and the Championship, that's not like the worst thing in the world. There's teams that would be begging to have that situation. Yeah. So I don't think it's as tough a sell as it seems. I do like their color scheme, obviously, and they got the cute bird on their logo. But other than that, yeah, I don't feel very strongly about them. So I'm gonna also put them in the indifference section. Nottingham Forest. We got an interesting one here.
Them actually at the could be fun.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, there is a lot of interest when it comes to them. They're playing pretty well. Interesting club, good history.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's the coolest thing. It's like they have a kind of a similar vibe to Newcastle in a sense. Obviously, they've eaten way more shit in the last 15 years. But they got a similar vibe where it's like, yo, that's Nottingham Forest. Like, that's, but instead, unlike Newcastle, in like the last 70 years, they actually have they had titles to prove, to like back it up. European titles, league titles in the 60s and the 70s and the 80s and stuff. Obviously they became doo-doo in the 90s and only came back recently, but they've gone back into form. They're going to Europe now. They're going to be in the Europa League thanks to the Crystal Palace situation. But yeah, so yeah, Nottingham Forest, very interesting team, very respectable team in English and European history. We're going to
Preston.
Preston North End.
Like just really irrelevant to me. I don't really give a damn.
That's fair.
Respectfully.
Preston North End is interesting because they have such a strong imprint on early English football history. But they just like they've been in the second half of the 20th century onwards, they've just been like nothing. You know what I mean? But like they have, they have this weird aura about them. It's like, yo, this team used to be the shit in like 1900. You know, like, but these days it is a tough sell. But all the respect out to Preston North End and whoever's still supporting them these days, you guys are strong.
Yeah, I don't know how you do it. But
yeah. I'm gonna get some water here. All right, QPR. How we feeling?
I think you know what I want to put them at the could be fun because I think kind of, but I think if this was maybe like 2013, it would have been like it would be fun. Right now though, where they're at, like they're just kind of like chilling in like I think they're in the championship.
Yeah, they're just kind of floating.
Really doing much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna put them in the indifferent section.
Yeah, I would say I'm pretty indifferent these days. It is an interesting team, but yeah, they haven't been very relevant. They had this weird phase in the early 2010s. Yeah, where they seemed like they were gonna be like the next kind of like rich super project, but that never panned out. So indifferent. Sheffield United.
I'll be honest, like I'm gonna put them in that same spot. They're really just not that relevant to me. I just don't really like. They're cool, I guess, but like I don't think I'd want to support them.
That's fair. Yeah, I do like their logo with the swords. That's pretty cool. And obviously, I have a little affinity for teams from Yorkshire, but yeah, Sheffield United. I'm a little. I like Sheffield Wednesday more, maybe because they have an owl and Wednesday in their name, but that's about it.
Fair.
Southampton.
Not really a fan, to be honest. I'm gonna put them like no interest at all.
Okay.
I just think they're,
yeah. I think Southampton's a very interesting team, because like they produce so many good players, and they have like an okay history. But yeah, it's just like in terms of success for themselves, it's not really that high up. But I like them. I've always thought they were kind of cool, so I'm gonna put them in the could be fun section. Stoke City. Oh man, I miss those guys.
Man, if this was like Tony Pulis,
yeah,
I would put them at love these guys.
Yeah.
Where they're at now, it's gonna be a tough sell for me.
That's fair. Yeah, it is a tough sell. There not much is going on with Stoke City. I just think I love Stoke City for a lot of reasons. Obviously, they had a big presence. They're just a good meme. Like literally, I was watching AEW a few weeks ago, and literally the announcer made a long rainy night in Stoke joke. He mentioned like he said like it was Excalibur. He said Will Ospreay proved he can do it on a cold rainy night in Stoke, and then said something else. And I was like, I cannot believe bro just said that. You know what I mean? That's the meme status of Stoke. Being like the quintessential, like English, tough long ball team. I don't know. There's an aura to them, and I like them, and they are pretty old. Right? 1863. That's one of the oldest teams in the country. So I'll put big respect for that. Swansea.
Honestly, just irrelevant.
Yeah, understandable. I like the bird. I'm partial towards bird logos, as you can tell. But yeah, I think other than that, not too interesting of a team. They were a very interesting side to watch in the mid 2010s. You know, they had that famous League Cup win, produced some good players and stuff, but yeah, not much else for me at least. Ooh, Tottenham. Sorry, your mic cut out.
Oh, for them, I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, they're cool, I guess, but like I'd rather eat pork, honestly. I really like the Tottenham fan.
Oh my god.
I don't want to struggle like that.
Yeah, I mean,
Life's hard enough as it is.
Life is hard enough, but they do it. I mean, hey man, they have won. They have won the Europa League. You know what I mean? Like they won some.
Who'd they play against?
Who'd they play against? That's true, but like
United.
Not everyone they played on the way there was cooked. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, fair.
It's got to feel a little better these days. But yeah, still, they still got 17th place in the Premier League, so that's still pretty dog shit. And even though they won the Europa League, they sacked their manager anyway.
Yeah, see, I can't be a fan of a club that just continues to make bad decisions over and over and over again.
It's hard. Yeah, I've always had a soft spot for Tottenham. I don't know. I've always found them interesting, especially in relation to Arsenal, because they have to contend with like a much more popular, like kind of more international club as Arsenal is.
Yeah.
I've always found them interesting. I always liked back in the day, even though they don't play there anymore, but it's on the same site. But I used to think White Hart Lane was really cool.
Oh yeah, that was a great stadium.
Yeah, it was a good stadium. Shout out R.I.P. White Hart Lane. But yeah, I just used to think they were cool. I don't know. Something about them. I just liked them. Maybe it was like I'm sorry to say, maybe it was like a pity thing. Maybe because they weren't very good, I wanted them to be good. And even though they won the Europa League, I don't feel like they've realized that potential. But yeah, for me, I would say big respect to Tottenham just for what they mean for English football, and I've always found them kind of a neat club. Watford, I am indifferent.
Yeah, don't really care for them.
West Brom, I also feel the same. A little shout out to the cute bird logo. West Ham, this one's interesting.
Okay, I'm not a fan. It's gonna be a tough sell for me.
Really? Why so?
You know, like I don't like their stadium. Actually, I know a lot of people like their stadium. I don't like the stupid bubbles. I like their old stadium.
Wait, what you got against the bubble? Well, they did the bubbles in the old stadium.
Yeah, but that was the old stadium. The new stadium.
That was the old stadium. Yeah, I'm not a fan. I feel I'm actually with you on most of this, except for the bubbles part. I love the bubbles. But when it comes to the stadium, I don't like the trend of like teams moving out of their like 100-year-old stadiums. You know what I mean? Like I like a stadium obviously with a history, with character, and so many people have been through those turnstiles and stuff. Like, I don't know. And Upton Park, that was, it was one of the, I guess, the quintessential grounds, in the country and in Europe even. Like, so yeah, it's the same way I feel about a lot of teams like leaving their historic stadiums. Like your stadium, even if you think the stadium is not very good, you know what I mean? Or if the stadium is like out of date or needs maintenance or whatever, it's part of your team. Like it's in your team's DNA when you've been at a stadium so long. So like I would rather you just maintain your stadium than move to just like a new stadium that you have no connection with. At best, I would rather you do like what Bilbao did, or even like what Tottenham did, where you take the stadium down, but you build the new one kind of on the site where the old one was. Right? Yeah. That's kind of the best compromise if you really want a new stadium that bad. At least do it the Bilbao way, where you just kind of rebuild it where it used to be, and it's technically in the same spot. But yeah, I don't like how many like historic clubs are leaving their historic grounds. It bothers me. But yeah, in terms of just what they mean, West Ham obviously, it's it's like it's the ultimate like uh you know underground feeling, working class type of team. Like it has that vibe. It has that vibe to them. They have this. Obviously, they're a rich team. You know what I mean? So they don't necessarily represent that anymore. But the vibe that they give off and the lore that they built for themselves in English football, and like they have the movies about them. The Green Street movies and stuff like that. It's like. So I think I'm going to the. Despite the fact that I highly disagree with their stadium move as well. I'm going to put them in the could be fun just for what they mean to the city. How about Wolves?
I'm going to put them indifferent, to be honest.
Me too. Okay. We are entering the Italy section. Boy. Okay. So if it's not made clear already, Rexwo is a Juventus fan. So this one is going to be this one is the emphasis is going to be more on him. I mean, obviously, I'm still going to do my rankings. My favorite team in Italy is Atalanta. They tend to be kind of the team that I like, but I respect a lot of teams. I have a soft spot for Juve, obviously, because of Rexwo. But yeah, starting with Fiorentina, take us away.
Okay, so Fiorentina is a huge rival of Juve.
Yeah,
it's a problem, but for me, contrary, I'm actually going to put them in a could be fun.
Okay. All right. Fair.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that's a scathing indication of how little Juventus cares about Fiorentina right now.
Yeah, they're just irrelevant.
They're not. Yeah, they're not. Even though they're technically rivals, it's not close enough these days. Yeah. And Fiorentina, if you stop choking Conference League finals, maybe there'll be a conversation. Okay, AC Milan.
So, if I had here's the thing, I don't actually hate AC Milan.
Yeah.
Right. I'd actually put them at big respect.
Really?
Yeah, because the thing is with Milan, I their whole history has been great. They have some cool players like Rafael Leao. I'm a huge fan of him.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, me too. I like it too.
I think also because they're not that big right now, where they're actually kind of struggling. Where they finished last season and stuff. Yeah. They're really not doing that well as most people would assume. I think it would actually be. I'm almost hovering between could be fun to a big respect, because I'm giving them respect for their history, but if I'm thinking about right now, I'm probably looking more towards could be fun.
Okay, yeah, that's understandable. I think me, I don't have any particular beef with AC Milan. I also kind of like them because they remind me of a friend I had where I used to live before we moved to White Oaks, but. Yeah, I used to have a friend whose dad was a big fan of AC Milan, so whenever I would come into his house, his dad would be watching AC Milan, and usually AC Milan would be losing, unfortunately.
You told me about this guy.
Yeah, they would always lose. I would always ask him, my little kid ass would always ask him, how's AC Milan doing? And he'd be like, oh, they're losing every single time, without fail. Despite the fact that I'm pretty sure that season, or one of those seasons, they won the Champions League. So I'm not really sure if I was just a jinx. Every time I showed up, they lost. Or if he was just a big doomer, despite the fact that they had won the Champions League that year. So yeah, I'm going to put him in big respect. Similar reasons. I mean, it's AC Milan. Monza, I know nothing about them, so that's where I'm going to put him, but you might know more.
Monza kind of indifferent. They're an interesting team. I think they'll be interesting in the future, but I don't really see anything that makes me say, "Oh, I really want to be a Monza fan."
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. Shout out to the racetrack, though. I guess
that's true. Yeah.
All right, Roma.
Okay, so this is another club that technically hates us.
Yeah,
But
yeah, it's a more yeah.
I don't really care
It's another
about Roma as
one-sided.
much. Yeah, because they do have Dybala, and I'm a huge fan of him.
Shout out to Dybala.
I'm gonna have to throw them in the could be fun as well.
Yeah, honestly, I'm gonna do the same. I'm actually myself. I'm gonna put them in big respect. I think I have an affinity for their stadium because we won the Champions League there. I know I've always found Roma. I like their color scheme and everything. You know, it feels very ancient Rome. The logo is really cool, and their fan base is pretty cool. And another like old internet thing. I used to have this like friend on YouTube only back when I used to be like Jedi Hero 67.
Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah, it's old. I used to know this one person called NX Roma or NS Roma or something like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, we just like talked a lot. We were just chill, and it's like so. Whenever I would always back then want Roma to win for her. You know what I mean? I don't know what she's up to these days. This is like 2009, 2010. I'm talking. So like, but yeah.
My neighbor was actually a Roma fan.
Oh shit, yeah.
And the season they beat Juve 4-0 in like 0405.
Oof.
He talks shit to me. But the next season,
You were a little
after-
kid.
and mind you, mind you, by the way, I was like 7.
You want to dunk on a 7-year-old so bad.
But the next season, in 0506, we won 4-1.
Yep, yep.
So I remember knocking on his door
to tell.
to tell him, a little kid, 8 years old, just ding, ding, ding.
Oh my god! Can you imagine your team losing and a little kid coming to shit on you? Like that is crazy. A little kid coming to talk smack, crazy.
He was actually really cool though, because I remember he did end up. He gave me like this Italy 2006 World Cup shirt, like the whole team.
Yeah.
And I still have it to this day, but it's just like in terrible shape.
Yeah, understandable. How do you feel about Atalanta? I mean, I know where I'm putting them. I'm putting them up
Atalanta, here. I actually have a lot of respect for them. I really do like them as a club. I don't actually have beef with them. They do kick our ass a lot. The only thing I really do want them to win. Like if Juve doesn't win the Scudetto, I'd have no problem with them winning. I'd celebrate.
Me too, bro. Me too. Yeah.
I'm gonna put them in big respect.
Fair enough. I'm gonna put them in love. These guys. I've had an affinity for Atalanta since there was a pair of Copa 90 videos on Atalanta. I remember, and I watched them, and I'm like, oh wow, this team's really cool. And I just like the vibe. You know what I mean? I never really thought about Atalanta before. But the vibe was cool. Obviously I like the logo and the connection with the ancient Greek pantheon, ancient Greek goddess. Atalanta was just a goddess that runs really fast. It's just really athletic. That's like her whole thing. I thought that was dope. So yeah, I've always had a big, even more than big respect. Yeah, Atalanta. So if for some reason Barca didn't exist, Atalanta would be a top candidate. This has Benevento.
Benevento is useless.
I know nothing.
Just give me pork.
Okay, damn. The pork section is more like for ops. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. No, for them, I guess like it's just no interest, no connection.
Yeah. I'm gonna put Bologna for me. I'm just gonna put them in the. It could be fun just because they're part of the red and blue gang. I love the red and blue gang. Shout out to teams that wear red and blue.
Yeah, I got them there too as well because I think they are an interesting club.
Yeah.
Just, they're still not there yet.
So. Of course. Who the fuck is this?
That's Brescia.
Oh, okay, yeah, Brescia. Okay, pork.
Oh, really? You don't like Brescia?
Well, they're Atalanta's ops.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
For me, it would be a tough sell, like just because of where they are now.
Yeah.
But history-wise, like.
Oh yeah.
Unbelievable club.
I mean, objectively, yeah. Objectively, they're a cool club. I mean, it's the club of Baggio. They have the cool like V jersey, stuff like that. Yeah. But out of respect for Atalanta, I have to put them in the pork section. Empoli.
Okay, so the next two, Empoli and Hellas.
Yeah.
Those two motherfuckers are going to the pork section. because I fucking despise them. Empoli beat us like 4-0 last season or some shit,
Yeah.
and we've just been struggling. Hellas Verona, we always draw. I
Yeah.
hate those 2 games, so I have to put them there.
Fair enough. Yeah, Empoli, I'm indifferent personally. Hellas, also, I'm indifferent, and you just yeah, we know how you feel about Hellas.
I have personal beef.
Yeah. All right. This is a big one. Inter.
Love them? No, just kidding.
No, get out of here.
No, I would 100% rather you.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
The one thing I will say about Inter though, in like 2010, there was like a TV show called Football's Next Star, or whatever. I watched the whole thing. It was crazy. It was nice because it was like a bunch of UK players that were like playing with like the Inter Academy.
Yeah.
And like every week they were like getting eliminated. And there was a guy named Hisham, or Hisham. He was like an Arab guy. He wore glasses. For some reason, the Italian guy, like the coach of the youth team, was like, "You'll never make it because you wear glasses."
What the hell?
Yeah. He's just like, and then the great players, they don't wear glasses or whatever. I'm like, brother, chill.
I like your Italian accent. Just sounds Russian.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Good players, they don't wear. Oh please, listen to me.
Whenever he used to eliminate someone, he'd be like, "I'm sorry, but you must go home." Like every time, like, "Hey, I'll send it to you later on." But
yeah, sure.
It was a good show. It was really interesting, even though I hate Inter. Like, it is still a prestigious club.
Yeah, of course.
I'd rather you Pork. So.
Yeah, I don't have, obviously, out of respect for you, obviously, I don't always want Inter to win because I know that makes you sad. Otherwise, I have not much smoke with them. Obviously, same as like AC Milan. I kind of feel the same, in terms of just what they mean. So this one's only really going to apply to me, but this is Juve with their with the JJ logo. I'm gonna obviously. Hold on, I'm just climbing. Put him up here, obviously, because because of you, but also because it's, but also just like objectively speaking, it's Juventus. The heritage is there, the success is there, the great fan base is there. We know all of this. Doesn't need to be said. Parma.
I mean, they're an interesting club. I like their stadium.
Yeah.
I like their kits. They've decent players. I think it would actually kind of fun slightly.
Yeah, okay.
To be a Parma fan, yeah. You different.
Yeah. Me with Parma, I like them, so I'm gonna put them in the could be fun. They got a decent heritage for a club of their size. They're very resilient. They had all those issues and stuff, but they've managed to kind of climb back. It's pretty cool. Spal, I know nothing. Spezia, I know nothing.
Those
Napoli.
guys are just irrelevant.
Yeah, Napoli.
So here's the thing: I actually don't hate Napoli. I think it would actually be kind of fun to be a Napoli fan. For the most part, I don't have beef with Napoli. They have beef with us.
Yeah,
kind of thing. So yeah, I'm gonna put them in the could be fun section because I actually think it would be interesting to be
fair enough
a Napoli fan.
Yeah, when it comes to Napoli, for me, I'm gonna put them in the big respect, despite the fact that they're not like a mega successful club or anything. They have such a strong culture about them. Like everything, Napoli feels they're kind of like the Newcastle of Italy. You know what I mean? Even though they've won more recently, but like they kind of have a Newcastle thing going on where like they feel much bigger than they really are. They have an aura about them when it comes to like from a neutral perspective. So like, yeah, they're always very cool and they're very popular. I've seen Napoli jerseys even here in Canada and stuff like that. It's like it's a very respectful team. Lazio, I am gonna put them in the pork section because I know that would piss off their far right fascist fans.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. Like, I just don't like their fan base.
Yeah, their fans are making it really tough, man. It's really tough. Just yeah,
God,
like I know it's not all of them. I know a lot of Lazio fans are cool, but like they've enabled that shit for so long. Like I don't know what's going on, and I think I made a Reddit post a while ago. Like I literally tried to ask Lazio fans like, what is going on? You know what I mean? And I got varying answers, you know. And they're talking about how it's like more of like a loud minority rather than like it being the entire fan base and stuff like that. And I guess it's complex. You can't expect like regular average Joes bringing their sons and daughters to go and confront neo-Nazis in the stands and then get shanked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of a tough sell. Oh, Bill Boy, thank you. AC Milan has Modric now for 1 year contract. That is true. Yeah, Modric, thank God. I mean, it's about 10 years too late, but he's finally out of our hair. He's your problem now, Serie A.
Well, he'll be done in a year.
Yeah, he's old as shit, but now I can finally like respect his game again as well. By the way, because I mean I liked him at Tottenham. I decided for Real Madrid. It's very much the same situation I had with Ronaldo. I never hated Ronaldo when he was on Man United the first time, but he joined Real Madrid. Well, I have to hate you now. And the second he was gone, the second he decided to go to Juve, I'm like, thank God I can actually like admire his game neutrally without like drawing the ire of Barcelona fans. Even though there are still a lot of Barca fans who like have a grudge against him, you know. But I've always been of the mind like, okay, he's not at the club now. He's not at Madrid now, so he can't hurt us. You know. Torino.
I mean, do I need to really say? You know, I'd rather eat pork. So
Yeah, understandable. That's a proper local rivalry right there. I'm gonna put him just in could be fun, obviously, because they are always relative to Juventus. They occupy the same city, and they used to have a big heritage. Obviously, not anymore. They're nowhere near as successful. But I've always just found them interesting because of their relation to Juventus, because they're kind of the Juventus little brother. They have to share that space with a international mega club that Juventus has turned itself into just via their success. So I've always found Torino interesting for that reason. And shout out to the we know this, the Torino fans who beat up their own captain on his birthday.
that's true.
Like 15 years ago. Omar and I, we still remind ourselves of that story all the time. We're just like, yo, bro, they beat the shit out of their own captain at his birthday party. They couldn't have waited? Oh my god.
Yeah.
That was so funny. So shout out to Torino fans for being such crash outs. They're gonna beat up their own player at the birthday party.
Crazy, bro. Like,
yeah. Sampdoria.
Honestly, like it would just be a really tough sell where they are right now.
Yeah.
Serie B, just yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with you as well.
I don't hate them, but
actually, they put Wolves in tough sell. I meant to put them in a different. Udinese.
Actually, an interesting club. I think it could be fun because they actually do have a decent team. And they are like kind of mid-table-ish with like a slight push towards Europe.
Yeah.
So, you know, it'd be interesting. Like, you're not gonna win anything, right?
Yeah.
But like, you know, I don't know. Actually, I'm like very close between it could be fun and indifferent.
Yeah.
So.
I'm gonna lean indifferent. I don't have much smoke. All I really know about Udinese is they had that one really good striker that one time. What was his name?
Sanchez, Alexis Sanchez.
No. Obviously they had Sanchez, but they had this other like.
Oh, Antonio Di Natale.
Yeah. They had him, and that dude.
Yeah.
That dude was gas. Just he
Oh.
was just always there. Just regardless of how good Udinese was fighting relegation or whatever, that dude was there to score. But other than that, just leading indifference. Who the hell is this?
Huh? Oh, that's Cremonese.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I have no interest in them.
Lecce. We feel very strongly about Lecce.
Look, bro, Lecce. I don't know, man. There's a lot I gotta say about
Yeah.
Lecce.
Every time I see Lecce, the first thing I think of is Alberto Macarone.
Yeah.
I think of
Yeah.
that guy. I mean, he played there, right?
I think so. I know I remember him mostly for Siena.
Yeah. Siena was a big
Yeah.
one. But bro, that guy went everywhere. Like that, every team that got relegated in Serie A, in the early 2010s, he was there. Macarone was there to guarantee that they were going to get relegated. It's like a telltale sign if your club signs Alberto. Was it Alberto? Is that his first name? Or Massimo. Sorry, Massimo. Massimo Macarone. You're going down. That's like the first telltale sign. Despite the fact that individually he was solid, but the dude was just cursed. Yeah. But what's your opinion on Lecce?
Just honestly indifferent. Like
Yeah,
they're just useless. It's another club that just has no relevancy, honestly.
that's fair. I'm gonna put him in. Could be fun. Salernitana. I'm indifferent. I know enough about him, but I'm indifferent.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that with Sassuolo as well, just because they're interesting clubs, but for the most part,
Yeah.
no relevancy.
Okay, Sassuolo. I'm also gonna put him in indifferent. I don't care much for him right now. Okay, we're getting the Spain section, so this is my bag. Bilbao, I'm gonna put him in big respect. I mean, they're all rivals every year. We got to play them every year, but I've always liked them. I admire their kind of like their Basque player policy. Their fan base is incredible. Despite and I think because of their dedication to the Basque player policy, it makes their achievements all the more impressive. The fact that they've never been relegated, the occasions in which they win the Copa del Rey, when they make European finals, stuff like that, it just becomes impressive knowing that Bilbao is handicapping themselves and not participating in the modern game by flexing a lot of money, which we know they're a very lucrative team. It's a popular team. They have money. They could sign dudes if they wanted, but they don't. They're just like, nope, we're just going to promote players who were born here, and that's how we're going to do it. Whatever happens, happens. We get relegated. We lose a final. Fuck it. We go mid-table. Fuck it. It is what it is. It means more. I guess the love of their region, the love of the Basque country is more important to them than titles. And I always found that admirable.
Yeah, I have a lot of respect actually for Bilbao myself.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put them in big respect.
Yeah. Atletico Madrid. I mean, it's an interesting thing. I'm gonna put them in big respect just because we share a common hatred of Real Madrid. So I've always, despite the fact that Atletico Madrid challenges us for titles, these days. So technically, we have to contend with them a lot. We're always worried about them. They're in the title race more often than not. They could win the cup. They're competitive in Europe. They've knocked us out of Europe before. So, I should be more concerned about this team than I am. But I'm always just felt like this bond with them. It's like, hey, you know what? We are rivals, and we do have to beat each other up. But there's one thing we agree on, and that's fuck Real Madrid forever. So that's why I'll always admire Atletico Madrid.
Atletico, I love their old stadium, the Vicente Calderon.
Vicente Calderon, yep.
I'm not a fan of their new one. A lot of people love the grandeur and just the way it looks.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't. It feels like the fans are actually far away from the stadium a little bit.
Yeah,
the actual
fair.
Pitch. The Vicente Calderon to me was like a perfect stadium. I hated it when they moved. I don't have an issue with them. As a matter of fact, I would have said a lot differently when it comes to this if they would have kicked us out of the Champions League. But when Lord Ronaldo scored a hat trick, my hero, my legend,
yeah,
I think it would actually be kind of fun to be an Atletico fan.
Yeah.
Kind of depressing when they lose in crucial moments. But
well, yeah, it's depressing when they play Real Madrid in big matches because then they just get their ass whooped. But yeah, no, Atletico Madrid, yeah, leaving aside the kind of love-hate relationship with Barca with us. It's an interesting team because like Atletico Madrid is just good enough to be competitive in every tournament. You know, they sign really good players. They got a great fan base, full stadiums usually, stuff like that. But they're not quite good enough to be, because they have to exist with Real Madrid and Barcelona. They're not quite good enough to be a mega team. So there's still like this like slightly underdog vibe to them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like they almost feel like an alternative team to the big two, the Clasico 2. They still have that just by virtue of having to be number 3 and stuff like that. So it would definitely be exciting. But yeah, for me, I'm just gonna put big respect because we both hate Real Madrid. Osasuna, myself, I'm gonna put in the could be fun. What about you?
A little bit indifferent.
That's fair. That's fair.
They're an interesting club, but it's like I don't know if I'd want to be their fan.
Yeah, and they don't do too much. I mean, they're a cool team, great fan base. I used to love their old stadium, El Sadar, because it was like such a tight, compact stadium. It felt like an old English stadium. You know what I mean? Fans close to the pitch. We used to call it back in the day. We used to call it the box. I mean, that's what me and like.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what we used to call it, just like in my friend circle back then. We used to get like, oh man, we got to visit the box this week. Going to the box stadium because Osasuna, unlike a lot of other Spanish teams at the time, yeah, it was very compact, close to the stadium. It felt like almost claustrophobic to visit Osasuna. So I always just thought they were cool because of that, especially because in like the early 2010s, early to mid 2010s, a lot of Spanish teams played in like oval Olympic stadiums. So you go away a lot of the time. You go away to like Mallorca and Real Sociedad and Almeria and stuff. Like they all played in like this big oval with the running track. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it felt it felt very samey. So going to Osasuna was always kind of exciting because it was different back then. Cadiz, I've always so this is only really gonna make sense to me and my dad. I've always had a soft spot for Cadiz. I don't know why. I just always thought they were kind of cool. I used to play as them in FIFA 06 all the time for no reason. I remember them from the 05-06 season just because I like their vibe. I like their stadium. Shit like that. There isn't much rhyme or reason to it. I just love them. Shout out to Cadiz.
Cadiz, actually, a club I don't really mind. I actually kind of like them.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of like, when you like for the majority of La Liga, you just have to kind of accept that you're really just playing to not get relegated and to maybe go as high as possible.
Yeah.
But you're never really competing for anything.
True.
They don't really make deep runs in like Copa del Rey's and stuff like that for the most part. So
Yeah.
it's like for Cadiz, I'm so close to like I think it would be fun. It would just kind of get boring after a while.
That's fair. Yeah.
So I'm gonna put them in indifferent, but they're very close to like could be fun.
Yeah, well, that's completely understandable because like if you're not me, and you don't have this weird fascination with Cadiz that I had as a kid, you know, that I just kind of carried over, and Cadiz is almost like a meme in my house when we have to play Cadiz. My dad will be like, "Hey man, we're going up against your favorite team this week," and he's not talking about Barca. He's like, "Oh, we're playing Cadiz. You know, you love these guys." I'm like, "Sure, I guess." I haven't thought about them in a while, but I'll always have that respect because I thought they were cool as a kid. Yeah, so that's where Cadiz is gonna go. Celta Vigo, for me, I'm gonna go indifferent. Yeah, I mean, they're competitive enough to be like a tough place to visit. They beat us more often than not. But other than that, I don't have much. I don't have much smoke with them, nor do I have like a crazy amount of love. It's just they're just there for me.
For me, when it comes to Celta Vigo, I have a soft spot for them.
Okay.
Actually. I've been a fan of, like I like Iago Aspas.
Oh yeah, that guy,
I'm a huge
dude.
fan of him.
That guy's gas, bro.
So-
Like that guy's scoring all the time, and there's always a thing. Like Iago Aspas would be injured, And it's another thing in my house that just became like a meme of itself. Iago Aspas would be injured or unavailable or something, and then the second it's Celta Vigo versus Barca, he returns and scores.
He returns.
Yeah, it became like a whole annoying trope. But no, that guy's really good.
I'm actually putting them at, like, let's put some mustard. Let's give it a shot.
Yeah, put some mustard on Celta Vigo. Slather that mustard on Celta Vigo. Deportivo Alaves, I am indifferent myself.
I'm gonna have to agree with that.
Yeah. I've always used to, as a kid, I always used to confuse them with La Coruña. I just always used to see them as like the discount version of La Coruña, despite the fact that they're actually better than La Coruña these days.
Fair enough.
Elche, don't care. I can't rank Barca, obviously, because this is my my list based on if they didn't exist. So I'm just going to skip them.
I'm going to put Barca at big respect.
Yeah! I'll take it.
Because actually, when I was a lot younger, my first email, like when I was like really, really young, was Barca. So my sister made the email.
I remember that.
Forgot my actual birthday year for some reason. She wrote Barcelona _94 instead of 97.
Yeah.
_1 at hotmail.com. Now I tried to recover that email and I never could. But yeah, like I will always have like a soft spot for Barca. I mean, I remember in 2009, 2010, I ended up coming to your house back when you lived in Elaine.
Mm-hmm.
And we watched you guys. I think you guys beat Valladolid like 4-0. And we just celebrated the La Liga title.
Yeah. We made that video. Oh my god, that was a really sick day. We invited like everybody.
Yeah, so I mean, Barca will always have like a spot for me.
Yeah.
Because of you, as well as just generally, like, that's a great club.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, again, it's a mutual. It's the homie spot. You know what I mean? For me, I'll go Getafe. I'm mostly indifferent towards Getafe, although I always remember Getafe because there was one article about some like Getafe TV host or something who encouraged Getafe fan couples to have more intercourse to create more Getafe fans. I remember that article. It's still like in the, I still remember that article as if it happened yesterday. That was the funniest article I've ever seen in my life. Can you imagine, like, just being so, I guess, irrelevant as a team that you have to encourage the fans to fuck more? So the stadium in, 10, 15 years will be more full, hopefully, if those kids turn out to even care about soccer.
True.
It's like that was just the absolute state of Getafe at the time.
Getafe would be a tough sell.
Yeah.
In general for me, because like Mason Greenwood now will always be ingrained in my mind when it comes to Getafe.
Yeah, so. It's tough. It's tough when you sign Greenwood.
Yeah.
Okay. Girona, I myself am indifferent.
I agree, indifferent.
Yeah.
Like Granada.
I believe this is Granada. Indifferent also. Levante, red and blue gang. So I'm gonna put him in big respect.
I'm putting them at could be fun because I've always actually liked their stadium. Because I think they also have the fancier looking nets. I think too, with like the colored nets.
Yeah. I've
always had like an appreciation for them, and they also have nice kits as well.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've always liked Levante. Obviously, I always have an affinity for most teams that wear the Barca colors, I guess, as I call them, laying claim to them, I guess. But yeah, I like them, and I think just because I feel the same about them as I did about like Torino and Everton, where they have to exist next to a way bigger team in the same city. So it made them kind of fascinating to follow. I'm like, man, I hope Levante does something. Like I would want them to survive. I would want them to maybe make a deep run in like a cup or something. And I remember they made Europe in the early 2010s one time. Like that was a crazy saga. Yeah, so that was cool. I'm like, damn, you know, and I've always just found them to be interesting, you know, because they have to share the space. Even though Valencia are not very good either, but they're still way better than Levante, both historically and on field. So like,
Yeah.
you know,
Well,
I've always found Levante kind of cool. Shout out Red and Blue Gang. Uh, Malaga is a tough sell for me.
just where they are now, they're really irrelevant.
Yeah,
At this point,
that's fair.
so I'm gonna put them at indifferent. I just wouldn't even really consider them. Honestly.
Yeah, of course. Rayo Vallecano.
I actually, I do like their stadium. It was interesting when they had like Radamel Falcao for a while there.
Yeah, yeah.
I, again, like it's just like a club that to me I just don't really care for.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna put them in indifferent, honestly.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'll put Vallecano. I kind of like their scene, so I'm gonna put the could be fun. They have cool fans. I always respect them. Espanyol, this is obvious for me.
I love them.
get the hell out of here.
No, okay.
Yeah.
They're going to just. I'd rather eat pork.
Yeah, let's go. That's how I know you're my real friend.
I don't want to struggle.
You don't want to put yourself through that shit.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, and like I feel a lot more strongly about Espanyol than other Barca fans might, especially like international Barca fans who don't live in the city, just because of the big gap in success and financial resources and stuff. But like, I don't know. I've always liked that Espanyol existed because I like local derbies, and Espanyol is the best we got. You know, so I always want them to stay. You know, I like the derby. I like kind of the just from a historical perspective. I like the contrast. You know, and I mean Espanyol. I don't know how much that carries over, but I mean like they have like the old pro Spanish connection. Again, I don't know how relevant that is these days because I know a lot of Espanyol fans now are like more openly Catalan, but they have like the old dynamic was that like Barca was like the pro Catalan team and Espanyol was like more of the pro Spanish team.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's at least what the dynamic used to be, or at least what was said to be the dynamic. These days, it's a lot more fluid. I think there's Catalan independence supporters on both sides now, but yeah, I think out of respect for the rivalry and respect for the fact that they share our city, I like to give them the benefit of hatred. You know, so I'm gonna give them the hatred that they give us because I respect that they exist. That's my weird feelings on Espanyol. So yeah, I would rather eat pork. Mallorca.
Honestly, Mallorca is I like their stadium. For a lot of La Liga teams, I really do like their stadium, but I don't want to be their fan.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna put them at like indifferent again.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I'm also fairly indifferent to them. Like they're cool. I don't hate them, but Betis.
Lord Anthony.
Lord Anthony.
Big respect.
Oh, definitely.
I can't put them at love them because I'd be lying.
Yeah.
But big respect for sure.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I feel the same about Betis. Considering the size of the team, it's always like remarkable when they do well. Their fans are incredible, and you know the fact that they, once again, we go back to this point. They shared the city with Sevilla, who's won Europa Leagues and cups and stuff like at way more frequency recently. So it always makes Real Betis like a little bit easier to cheer for. It's like, you know, you guys get in there. You know, you have big brother Sevilla most of the time, but Betis can hold their own, as we've seen. You know, they reached a cup final a few seasons ago. They reach Europe. They give us and Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid trouble all the time. And yeah, so that's how I feel about them. This is obvious to me. There is no debate.
So, I haven't.
Be careful.
Look, I will need to be honest with you. Okay.
tread carefully.
I watch every Real Madrid game because I'm a huge Mbappe fan, right? And Madrid is an interesting club to watch. Now, I don't love them, right? Because I have some bitter taste in my mouth because of fucking Ronaldo and how many times he's cooked us. Even though we're in a different league, he scored like fucking 10 times on us.
Yeah, but that's how it feels, man.
But for me, I'm just gonna put them out of like just respect. I put them at just big respect, but like it's not gonna be beyond that. Like I don't love them. Like I'll watch, right? But
yeah,
you know, I mean, it's Real Madrid.
Look, I just realized I don't have any right to be mad at you because look where I put Inter Milan. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I mean, I like, and that's the thing. Like, at the end of the day, like we both know where we're coming from.
Yeah, exactly. You know, you're not as involved. You know, you're not a Barca fan, so you don't. You're not obligated to hate Real Madrid like we are. You know, so you have a more. You can be more open-minded. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure if I watched a different team and wasn't a Barca fan, I'd probably look at Real Madrid and think they're cool sometimes. I hate that came out of my mouth, but like I imagine like if I was like a Liverpool fan or like a fucking like an Arsenal fan or something, you know, I would have more of a open mind to look at Real Madrid and be like, okay, they're kind of cooking. But as a Barca fan, like I can't support them in anything, you know. So it's like, you know, it is what it is.
It's Real Madrid too. That's the problem.
Yeah, and they're so successful. Like, they're easy to hate as well.
Yeah, like for me, like Inter is good. Like they're a good club.
Yeah,
they're not like Real Madrid.
True.
Right. So it's like I can't really even, like, I can't be the same for myself. Like Real Madrid's just Real Madrid.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to say it, but yeah, it's Real Madrid. Their presence in soccer is unavoidable. You know, they have very much the same things I said about Liverpool earlier. They're one of the quintessential teams that when people who don't watch soccer think of soccer, Real Madrid is one of the teams that's gonna pop into their brain. You know, it's gonna be like Liverpool, Real Madrid, maybe Barcelona, and yeah, it's like that's those are the teams that's gonna pop into there. Real Madrid is one of them. It's just that's the status they got. Sociedad.
They're a decent club. I'm not really crazy about them though.
That's fair.
I think
I don't dislike them.
It could be kind of fun, but I'm gonna go indifferent with them.
Okay, fair enough. This is Valladolid.
That
I think
honestly just indifferent. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm also indifferent. Zaragoza. I always have. It might be kind of unfair, but I just always remember Zaragoza for that one time they were racist to Eto'o.
I was gonna say the same thing.
Yeah, that's like all I remember them for.
That, yeah, I can't. It's a tough sell for me. I just can't do it.
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, like I know it was a long time ago. It's not all Zaragoza fans, but like, out of respect for Samuel Eto'o, I'm gonna put them in the pork section. Eibar, I love them because they have similar color scheme to us. I believe they were founded by like Barca fans or something like that. They have a connection with us. So that's where I'm putting them.
So I'm actually going to agree with you and put them at the I love you section. The reason being is FIFA. I played a career mode and player career mode, and because they finally put the real stadium in the game, right? The way they had the camera angle was like so like it was almost like you were playing as an actual player, and I just fell in love with the stadium, and like it was just like the club was cool, and I was like, you know what, I love Eibar, and that's my philosophy.
Understandable. Yeah, they're a cool team. Sevilla. Sevilla's a tough. Like I'm between. No, I'm not indifferent. I think I respect them enough to put them in could be fun. Just because Sevilla is in a weird state as a team in just like the last 15 years, where like they're never strong enough to challenge for La Liga. So like that's almost always out of the question. Like they might start strongly, but they'll peter out. But they're just good enough to like win other things. So it's like if you're a Sevilla fan, you're usually eating good. You know, you might not win the big ones. You're not going to win the Champions League or the La Liga. But, you know, You might win the cup. You're gonna win the Europa League a lot usually. So like, yeah, it's like I feel like being a Sevilla fan is probably lit.
Sevilla for me is actually I'm putting them in just like the big respect section.
Yeah, understandable.
Just because of who they are, honestly. Like they're some form of contender. They're fighting for something.
Yeah, of course.
And they have some success. So yeah.
Alrighty. Almeria, don't care.
For me, this is a controversial, not really controversial, but I'd rather eat pork because that's basically what you're eating if you're a fan of
Almeria. You might as well eat
eating
pork.
Shit. Because
it's haram.
All they do is get violated.
That's true.
The amount of times, like, I would literally tune into the Madrid games when they played Almeria because I knew it was going to be like 8-0.
Yeah.
I'd watch the fucking boring 0-0.
We beat them.
Pull up and watch Almeria. Yeah.
We won.
You guys were always cooking them. Barca and Madrid would just violate them. Like, fight back.
They did beat Madrid once. It was crazy, but that was a long time ago. But yeah, I remember that one time we went and beat them 8-0. It was crazy. I think during halftime of that game, they sacked their manager. So that tells you everything you need to know. Las Palmas, I'm indifferent.
Yeah, just no, irrelevant.
Valencia, I respect. Big respect, obviously. For me.
Yeah, I would put them at could be fun, but I'm gonna put them at the respect section just because they almost got relegated. I think.
Yeah, respect for staying up.
Yeah.
But yeah, Valencia. It's they're they got a strong heritage in Spanish soccer, despite the fact they haven't been very good in recent decades. Villarreal, also I respect.
It's a tough sell for me because they eliminated us from the Europa League, I believe, and I just don't like them because of that. So until we play Villarreal again and we beat them, fuck Villarreal.
Yeah, fair. Okay. So what we have left is Germany and the Netherlands. I guess we can and then we have Scotland here too, and a little Belgium. I guess we can speed run some of these, mostly because I'm hungry and I want to go eat. But also, just I guess we're not gonna know everything here. There's a little Austria too. It's really rest of world section. This guy put rest of Europe.
So let's for Germany, let's do the ones that we'll actually put somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Again, there's a lot of these teams I don't know enough about anyway, so I'm gonna put the ones we're not gonna talk about and don't know enough. I don't know enough about Köln. I don't know enough about Nuremberg. I don't even know who this is.
There's only one club that I absolutely despise.
Yeah.
That is Union Berlin.
Why?
The reason, and it's a total stupid fucking reason. But in my player career mode, for the last 4 FIFAs,
yeah,
anytime I play in the Bundesliga, I literally lose the title because of them. I remember I played at Dortmund, right? And there was 3 games left in the season, and if we would have won that game, we would have gotten the title. But we drew 0-0, and after that we collapsed. And ever since then, every time I play Union Berlin away from home, we lose.
I just realized I made a mistake. This is FC Kaiserslautern and this is Köln over here. Before the fans of both teams wring my neck. They're definitely watching this. Leverkusen, I'm indifferent. Personally, I've never hated their guts or anything, but I've also never found them that interesting. I mean, they're a little more interesting now because they won the Bundesliga last 2 seasons ago, but still.
I'm gonna put them at the could be fun section just because they do have an interesting team.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, it wouldn't be too bad being a supporter.
I'll put Dortmund. Dortmund, I respect, obviously.
Yeah, I'm putting Dortmund at the I love section because of their stadium.
Oh yeah,
players, Marco Reus.
Great culture they have at Dortmund.
Bayern is going also in the love section, ironically, because I think they're just both fabulous clubs.
Put Mönchengladbach here. This is Eintracht Frankfurt.
Schalke would be a tough sell just because of where they are now. They're kind of struggling. and I'm also gonna do that with Hamburg. Even though I love those two clubs, I just think until they get better, I don't necessarily want to support them.
Yeah, of course.
Um,
Let's see.
Leipzig is going
Could be
to. I would
fun.
rather eat pork than be a Leipzig fan.
Oh,
They have no identity. Like there's no
yeah,
club identity.
unfortunately, yeah, they are a tough sell for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna put Schalke.
Werder Bremen. I'm
Schalke, I'm gonna put
actually.
Schalke. I'm gonna put tough
I
sell because they suck. Uh, St. Pauli, I respect because they're fans, so I'm gonna put them up here. Shout out St. Pauli, love them, love their fans. Yeah, Union Berlin, I'm not attached to in any way. Who's this?
Which one? Oh, that's Frankfurt.
Frankfurt. Oh, I'm so sorry, Frankfurt. I'm sorry, guys. Mine's also indifferent. If you feel differently about any of these, you can mention it, and then I'll show
Yeah,
you.
no,
I'll show your picture.
I'll end up sending you mine anyways.
Yeah, yeah. Because to talk about yours, I'm just gonna use your screenshot and like zoom in to the ones where you put them. Hamburg, because this will come into play later. Hamburg, rather eat pork. And that's because my favorite team in Germany is Werder Bremen. I like them. I like their colors. I like their name. Hanover 96. I'm indifferent.
I'm actually for Werder Bremen. I put them in the could be fun section.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
I do like I love their jerseys.
Of course.
I put them and Wolfsburg in that section because I do think they're both.
Yeah. I've always thought Wolfsburg was kind of cool too. Maybe because they also wear green and stuff like that, and they were kind of like different. I mean, I don't know. I think when it comes to Wolfsburg and Leverkusen, they're also corporate teams like Red Bull Leipzig are, but they're so old that like we almost forgive them for it. Like, because Wolfsburg is like a Volkswagen owned like works team. You know what I mean? Like it was founded by Volkswagen workers, and it's basically Volkswagen's team. Bayer Leverkusen is owned and named after the pharmaceutical corporation. But they're so old, like they did it so long ago that like we kind of forgiven them at this point. And even this like being owned by a mega corporation hasn't brought them the success. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wolfsburg's owned by Volkswagen, but they're not winning every season. You know what I mean? Their women's team is a little better than the men's team. Like they reach finals and they win the Bundesligas and stuff. But yeah, like it hasn't made Wolfsburg a super team. Leverkusen, we used to clown Leverkusen until a few seasons ago, because they would always just qualify for the Champions League, get their ass beat, and leave, and then we'd forget about them for another year. Back then. Yeah, RB Leipzig. I'm gonna put them same place as you. Oh, that's not Leipzig. Get out of here. RB Leipzig. Tough sell just because of the circumstances around their current ownership. So yeah. Greater Firth. You like this team, right?
Greater. I don't mind them.
Oh, sorry. You like
really...
Darmstadt, don't you? You were telling me about a team you liked in Germany.
No, that would have been
Paderborn.
What's her name? Yeah, Paderborn.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Like... Okay.
I don't mind those other teams, but just like the other teams for the most part are pretty irrelevant, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just putting most teams that I like a lot of these teams. Like I know them enough, but I just like don't care enough. Hertha Berlin, same situation. I don't know who these guys are. This is Freiburg, I believe, so that's indifferent. Stuttgart, indifferent. Bochum, I've always found them kind of cool. Could be fun. Wolfsburg, I'm going to put them in. Could be fun as well. FC Basel, red and blue gang, so I have to put them. In the big respect.
Yeah, I think it would actually be kind of fun to be a Basel fan. Honestly, like if you want to clip farm, fucking, I love young boys.
No, I'm not doing that to you. I'm not doing that to you.
So I'm gonna put them in the tough cell just because of the name.
Yeah, the tough. That's exactly, yeah. I'm putting Feyenoord and love these guys. I've always said, I was like, Feyenoord is kind of the quintessential embodiment of this entire concept. Because I've always really liked them. They've always kind of been like my second favorite team in Europe, almost. Like I just really, I like their scene. I like their fans, their colors, the passion. The history. I've always thought Feyenoord was just super rad. So yeah, they're definitely like, if Barca for some reason ceased to exist and could never be refounded, I'd probably be a Feyenoord fan.
So I'm also a big fan of Feyenoord.
Hell yeah, dude.
I'm actually this kind of sounds a little bit lame, but like I'm a huge fan of both PSV Eindhoven and Feyenoord.
I see.
I will put Feyenoord ahead though, but I will put PSV Eindhoven in big respect. The one thing I am going to do though is I put two clubs in the I'd rather eat pork. That's
Yeah.
Ajax. Just because they're fans of beefed Juve fans in the past,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I kind of wanted them to get relegated when they were struggling. But the other club I'm actually going to put, and you'll know the story very well, is fucking FC Groningen, because these motherfuckers were the reason I broke my PS3 in FIFA 11.
Yeah, infamous. You had already won the league, by the way.
Yeah, and my stupid ass could not handle that I drew the match. Well, they got to go there.
Okay. Don't.
Indifferent for the most.
Yeah, this Vaduz. Oh, this is Vaduz. Okay, shout out Vaduz. Shout out the team. They're the Monaco of Switzerland because they're from Liechtenstein. But they play in the Swiss league system, of course. It's a big respect. So I like them for similar reasons to Monaco. Yeah, indifferent to Zurich. Indifferent to Grasshopper. Servette, indifferent. Ajax, out of respect for Feyenoord, have to put them in the pork section. AZ, I'm indifferent. Groningen, indifferent myself. FC Twente. Utrecht. Whoever the... Oh, Go Ahead Eagles. Go Ahead Eagles, I'm going to put them in Could Be Fun because their name is funny.
Yeah.
PSV, indifferent. Sparta Rotterdam, pork. Out of respect for Feyenoord again. Willem II. I always found them kind of cool. This is just like a speed run at this point. This is Vitesse.
I'm gonna put Benfica in the I would rather eat pork section.
Why?
Because
the guy
they cook us every time we play in Europe, and that guy at White Oak Small.
Shout out to the one guy at White Oak Small that roasted Juventus for no reason, unprompted.
No fucking reason.
Benfica fan. That's funny.
I'm also gonna put Red Bull Salzburg there as well, just because again, no identity.
Yeah.
Austria Vienna, Austria Vienna, or however you say them. The Purple Club.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of them actually. I also do have a very close, big respect to Sturm Graz.
Hell yeah, that's my team in Austria.
Yeah. So in regards to Portugal,
yeah, I put Boa Vista in tough sell because they've recently, due to financial issues, have been relegated to the 3rd division.
Oh shit.
Yeah, they're the other team in Porto.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, they're struggling. This.
I'm also a huge Grasshopper fan. I played with them. A lot of these teams that I became fans of are because of career mode.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'm putting Benfica here obviously because Sporting Club are my guys in Portugal. I'm gonna put them in the love section.
Yeah, Sporting Lisbon is going to just kind of like, it would be interesting to be a fan, but nothing more. Braga is also a team I'd find kind of interesting.
I'm indifferent to Portugal, or not Portugal. Shout out, no, I love you, Portugal. Shout out Portuguese people. I'm indifferent to Porto, I should say. Wait, who the fuck is this? Why are there's 2 Benficas? Who the fuck is this?
I don't know. I saw that shit too.
What the fuck are these assholes? Sana. I can't even, like, it's too pixelated. I can't read the words. I don't know who these imposters are, but I'm going to put the real Benfica over here. Put them here. Braga, I'm going to put in the could be fun, just like you. They're always like they're always on the outside looking in to the big three in Portugal. Like, they're just good enough to, like, sometimes be a threat, but not good enough to, like, be too competitive. And their stadium is cool. They had, like, the stadium with the fucking rock wall. You remember that shit?
I do.
Hell yeah, I did. Okay. Don't know.
When it comes to Scotland, I'm a big fan of Hibernian. I know you like them as well.
Hell yeah, dude.
But the reason I actually kind of became a fan was one time I was taking the bus from White Oaks Mall, and the guy had like a Hibernian scarf. Like the bus driver had a scarf just laid on this thing.
Yeah.
And like, you know, from White Oaks Mall, I basically just talked to him about soccer the entire time. It was really nice.
Yeah. Yeah, Red Bull Salzburg, tough sell. Same reasons as Leipzig. Rapid Vienna, indifferent. I just gotta climb. Sturm Graz, obviously I have to put them way high. Into the love these guys section. Actually, I'm gonna move Monaco now that we've kind of established. Okay. So I guess this section up here is like, aside from Juventus, this section up here is like my favorite clubs in these countries. So it's very obvious why they're up there. This is indifferent. This is don't know. Celtic, obviously I respect for their relevance to European football, to Scottish football, of course. Very passionate fan base, of course. So that big respect. Dundee United. I've always kind of liked Dundee United because their nickname is the Arabs.
So I got them under tough sell just because I just don't like the way their club like looks.
Yeah, you don't.
It's such a it's honestly like the most pathetic reasoning. I don't know. There's something about it.
Interesting. Aberdeen.
There's no real validity behind it. It's just bullshit.
Aberdeen, respect. Shout out to the last team that isn't part of the old firm to win the Scottish League in the men's division. That's Aberdeen. Hearts, go fuck yourselves. Hibs, I love you. Hibs would be really high up there as well. For multiple reasons. Obviously, I love the colors. Cool name. Also, their theme song is called Sunshine on Lathe.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
Obviously spelled a little differently, but obviously with a theme song like that, how can I say no? You know what I mean?
Yeah, you have to.
Motherwell, indifferent. Rangers, indifferent. I mean, Rangers is tough. I mean, damn, it's hard. I'm not gonna put them.
I put them at respect just because of the.
Yeah, it's the same as Celtic, where. Yeah, it's respect. Yeah, I kind of have to. If I'm going to put Celtic there, I sort of have to just because of how many titles they've won and stuff. I guess maybe I'm being a little harsh. You know, not all Rangers fans are fucked up, but you know, Rangers has kind of like an association with, you know, unionism and stuff. But again, I'm not British, so that's not exactly my fight. So I'm just gonna. For peace, I'm gonna put Dundee United between Celtic and Rangers so they don't fight.
Fair enough.
There we go. What is this? Club Bruges. Indifferent myself. Ghent. Who's your team in Belgium? Who do you like?
Genk.
Oh, fair enough. Okay. Ghent, I'm indifferent.
Yeah. Well, I'm a very I also do have like a very particular liking to Club Bruges.
Okay.
But
This is standard
say-
Liège, so I'm gonna put them in the love section. That's my
Oh,
team.
you're the Liège fan?
Hell yeah, dude. Genk, I'm just gonna put. I'm gonna put them in could be fun for you. Antwerp, indifferent. Anderlecht, fairly indifferent. Saint Gillois, they're kind of cool little case. With them could be fun. Yeah. Well, that's it. That's all the teams. I guess we can very quickly do left-right order. So I guess I feel like on the Love These Guys section, I'm pretty safe about what I want to do. So yeah, it's a Feyenoord, kind of my favorite team that isn't Barca. Followed closely by Hibs, Juve because of my respect for you, Atalanta. Yeah, and I think I'm pretty okay with the rest of these. The big respect section might be a little bit of a toss-up. We put Bilbao pretty high up. Okay, Montpellier, I like them not that much. We'll put Montpellier at the end. They're really only up there for Remy Gallard. Yeah. Put Liverpool just a notch above Leeds. Napoli above Roma. Yeah. Fuck left and right order. Who cares? I think.
Yeah.
I guess at least left and right order from at the top is not as interesting because I'm sort of cool with everyone. But when we get to the pork section, see now this is levels of hatred. That's more juicy.
Oh yeah.
So obviously Real Madrid, Chelsea, of course. I'm gonna put Espanyol because they they're in the same league as us. So I'm gonna put Espanyol, and then Chelsea. Nice. I'm gonna put Nice at the bottom. Brescia, Lazio. I'm gonna put Lazio's got to be up high. I'm sorry. I guess. Speaking of Zaragoza and racism, I'm gonna put them next to Lazio. Brescia, Hamburg, Ajax, Sparta. I feel like that's fair. The other Graz team. Okay, I think we're good. I mean, I'm good.
Yeah.
If you,
That's him.
I'll show your screenshot when I edit the video.
I should be able to save it actually.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Save it, send it to me. Screenshot it as well, just in case.
Log in. How the fuck do I gotta log in?
You can just download it or screenshot it.
Oh, I think it's saved. Oh, my PC there got a heart attack. My PC be folding like omelet. It's actually a pretty good tier list. I like it.
Yeah, this was cool. I think we can do the other criteria you talked about. We can. I could always either turn that into a separate video, or we can record the next part next time you have time.
Oh yeah, for sure.
When's the next time you're free?
Like honestly, the weekends. Like I'll be free Saturday,
Yeah.
Sunday.
Perfect. Yeah, and I have League One, but those are going to be in the evening, so we could probably
Oh yeah.
we could bum this out on the weekend, and I'll see whether I separate this category into a different video or if I combine it with the arrogance to success one, because this took longer than I expected.
Yeah, I think honestly, if you make them to separate videos,
It's probably better. Yeah,
because then you get more content out of it too, right?
true. I mean, it doesn't help that we had technical difficulties for 45 minutes, but it is what it is. We did our best.
The love of the game, brother.
Yep. All right.
All right, well, I'm gonna go eat.
Me too, man. Woo.
All right. I'll see you, inshallah.
Yeah, of course. Take
All
care.
right, brother.
Let me know if you want to play Xbox tonight.
One of the guys from my GTA crew has his birthday shit, so I got to deal with that.
Okay, fair
But
enough.
if you're down tomorrow, I'm definitely down.
Yeah, I
Or
should be
if,
fine. Should
Yeah,
be.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta. I still want to do the whole like piss people off in the party chat, whatever.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
or just not piss people in like the RPs, because
Yeah, that'd be fun.
maybe trying to make some content. Maybe.
Yeah.
If something comes up, cool. If not, I don't really care.
No worries.
All right, brother. I'll see you.
Take care. Take care, everyone. Thank you for watching. Hopefully, be on the lookout for when the video comes out. I will be editing this. Thank you for